They just went to 16-hour-a-day care this past week. Otherwise, since May 9th until July 5th, 24 hours a day, there was someone here with the puppies, working with them, trying to work through their natural fear avoidance behavior. We find with wolf puppies, if you don't work with them by 21 days of age or 3 weeks, they're already so afraid of people that they would have a very hard time in a small, high-volume traffic exhibit. Meaning small, meaning we have 1.25 acres, so it's not very large, although we're very blessed with wooded vegetation here. But we have high volume, lots of people at the windows on that road in the wild. Our Aiden, he's very predatory. That's why he's so anxious. He's hardwired for predatory behavior. You can see that head bobbing, that movement. If you ever watch wolves hunt and they're watching movement, they're very keyed into that. They might bob their heads to be able to distinguish what that particular object is in the distance. That's very hardwired predatory behavior, and with it comes a lot of fear avoidance behaviors. So, like I say, all of this is a process, and it's a lengthy process for us, but it's a good investment for us because what we do, and oftentimes I get them to alert up or look at me, and so I do believe that there's name recognition, but I do know wolves, and they have the ability to ignore you, and they, so even though they may know their names, they just choose to ignore them because they're pretty independent animals. And like I say, we're very happy with their tolerance of the program behind the scenes. They're really now not even focused on you guys. They're in their social mode. This is not uncommon for puppies to have takeaway. In the wild, you might find 50% of the puppies will be dead by the first year of age. The ones that are surviving are the ones that are good at getting food, and they're good at keeping food away from each other. So what they're doing is not uncommon at all for wolf pups, especially when there's more than one. You know, you have to try to get food away, and what you get for a meal today might help you survive for tomorrow. So it builds skills. This is all instinct. This isn't something of dominance, we call it tug of war. You might play tug of war with your dog. Think about an animal who's feeding on a carcass. You've got 8 animals who are all eating on one body. The ones who are lowest ranking are going to want to grab and tug and pull and tear away their piece of meat so that they can survive. So even your dog who plays tug of war is stimulated in what we call predatory carcass feeding behavior. So somewhere in its brain, and I have shepherd crosses at home, so I know very well that as soon as you get them started, you get the instinct of carcass feeding behavior. I mean, shepherds are known for getting really, really possessive about food and tug of war. So I want to make sure with staff that we recognize with wolves, we're not playing with them. I'm not going to get in there and start tugging with them because I am dealing with wolf pups, and wolf pups who will follow through. Sometimes when they lose tug of war, they follow through with a lunge or a snap bite. We don't want to do that. For our safety and for the safety of the animals, we want to make sure that there's a separation or an understanding that the handlers have some regular.
He had diarrhea all day today. That's very nice to clean up after. I also brought in some shadow fur that we brushed off of the adult wolves. So all this we always give them, the fur of the adult wolves to let them smell and rip it apart and, to get them acclimated to the sense of the